can you show us 3 past trails?
So basically, are you going to do it clockwise or anti-clockwise?
Anti-clockwise.
Anti-clockwise.
Anti-clockwise. So you're going to start with Khumbu. So basically, you're going to probably start from Namche and follow the main trail. I guess you're going to go to Dingboche, and then you're going to go to Chukwu. And that's your starting point. And you're going to go to the first pass, Khumbu. So that's right. Pretty long way up and a little bit steep at the end, and then it's a fairly steep descent down, and then you have to cross the Khumbu glacier. I guess you're going to go visit base camp and Kalapatar, and then you have to come back, and then you go to a place called Zongla, which is right here. You can take a look at it. So this is Zongla, and this is one of the, I think, greatest mountain views you can get, because you're very close to this mountain. And it's very, very impressive. It's very big. So, in Zongla, before you cross the Chola here, and then you go up, you follow the glacier up to the pass, and then you have it downward. I don't know, are you stopping in Ranag or you go straight to Gokyo?
No.
Let's see. You don't have to decide now. You can decide when you're coming down here. If it's late in the day or you're very tired, it takes another 2 hours, 2.5 hours to cross the glacier to Gokyo. If you can, it's good, but if you can't, you stay in Ranag.
We'll see.
Then you're in Gokyo. Most people take a hike up to Gokyo. You see the view. The panorama is very cool. But then if you're going to cross Tarantula, you have more or less the same view also from the pass. So 2 chances. Hopefully the weather is good at some point.
Hopefully we take both.
So can you describe some challenges also over there?
From Rendula you have Gokyo. This is Gokyo-ri, goes up this way. So it has a similar view of Everest, Lhotse, back a little. And from Gokyo-ri you also have a very nice view of Shoju, which is the 6th highest mountain in the world. So you're going to see 4 of the 6 highest in one view.
That's
Which is pretty unique. And once you have come up to Rendula, you can breathe out a little bit, because now from Rendula all the way back to Namche, it's almost downhill all the way. No big uphills. So you asked me a question.
So can you tell me about the challenges of this trek? Because I can see the challenges, culture.
The challenges is not about the trek, it's about waste that we are focused on here to try to solve and make sure we take care of the waste properly. So if you want to know about the challenges, I can just show you so you
Thank you.
follow. So the first thing we have identified is solid waste. It is collected proper, but unfortunately it's being deposited and burned. And we try now to help the local organization to change that, to take care of the waste properly, sort different materials, process them, package in the bags, and transport it out for recycling. So that is what we are focused on right now. Second step is how can we reduce waste? Well, take for example, water. Water is necessary up here. Everybody has to drink 4 to 5 liters. We have 90,000 people up here.
It's a lot of water.
So that's a lot, and that's every day. So it's a lot of water. Now, the problem is, our water sources are clean. They come from like over 5,000 meters. The problem is pipe systems and the tanks. If you don't maintain them, manage them, clean them continuously, and put filters and change filters, you won't recommend somebody to use the water directly.
We'll sit on the toilet all day.
So that's why the water bottles, the plastic bottles, are because that's the way enough water for people. So if we want to reduce the waste, one of the things is water bottles. If we can fix filters in the tanks and fix the pipe systems and make sure the water is clean from source to tap, then we don't need the bottles. Of course, it's going to be a little bit of a challenge to fight those who makes them because they make money out of it, right? They're not going to support us, and we want to get rid of them, right? So there are a few challenges. That's going to be the next step. But first we have to fix having a system taking care of solid waste, because even if we get rid of the bottles, we're still going to have waste. So we focus on that first. The third big issue is human waste.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to ask. What's human waste?
So basically, you have 300 lodges, and you have restaurants and coffee shops, and everybody has toilets, and everybody has flushing toilets. But how many has installed septic tanks?
0.
More or less, but very few. So most of it goes basically straight out into the rivers, so it goes somewhere else and somebody else's problem.
Yeah.
Okay, it's not, of course, a solution, but this is a huge project. You can imagine, there's so many hotels and places where there are flushing toilets that has already been built with pipes going somewhere. Now, if you're going to start doing septic tank solutions, it costs a lot of money, and it's going to have to be in a cooperative fashion in every place, because you can't build one tank for each place. If you think about Namche, how tight it is between every building, you have to get the owners to go together and maybe say, okay, we are 5 lodges on this stretch, we all put some land in together, because you need land, and then we make it together. That's difficult.
Is this gonna happen? Because short term they lose money when they...
Short term, no, because this is a huge project. It's a huge project because it costs a huge amount of money to do it in all places. Secondly, you have to get people to start collaborating, and that's not the easiest.
It's not the mentality in here? Or?
Nepalis are very friendly, very hospitable, very nice people. But they are not the best when it comes to collaborative efforts or collaboration. Then every little settlement, every village is by themselves. And even within communities, it's like, no, we are not collaborating with them, you know. I mean, it's like everywhere else.
Maybe due to the political situation.
You have politics is one thing. Some people are UML, some are Congress. Yeah, so that's one thing. But then you also have some lodges are more successful. They make more money. Some makes much less. Also, sometimes a bit of competition. And then between villages, like Khumbu and Namche, I mean, they are neighbors. They're actually related. But they also compete.
And what do you guys do to educate the people, to get them to know that if you do this all together, tourism will be even better?
Well, we actually try to not do too much, call it education, because everybody knows that if we fix the waste and keep the place very clean and nice, everybody knows already that that's good for the place. It's good for people living here. It's good for tourism. We don't need to educate them about that. They know it. They know it's bad to throw garbage everywhere. I mean, people already know that. The thing we need to make them do is become committed to actually do something about it. And that's where you have to talk to their emotion, to their hearts, and start making them feel that I love my home and I want to preserve and keep it for me and for everyone. So it becomes emotional, because the brain only is not enough. So we try to give inspiration. So that's why we showcase here with an artist. You know, an artist takes garbage, makes art, and I sell it for $1,000. Now I tell them, do you see? Garbage, take care, value, money, because they understand money. Yeah. That's the simple way to actually engage them and make them emotional about it. So that's how we try to do it.
So now can you tell some solutions also?
Sorry?
Can you tell some solutions also?
Yeah, of course.
Thank you.
So the solutions actually they're not so complicated, but it takes time because you have to first change mindset, and then you have to kind of change habit. And we know all that's the hardest thing, you know. If you have oat porridge every morning for breakfast and somebody